to share for people that have been asking. Actually, I have a few personal people that I know that needs help in this area, but I'm not sure out of the over 200,000 subscribers, any of you guys want to be a social media creator. So I wanted to make this video to pretty much give y'all a little bit of information that helped me, and hopefully y'all won't go through that, you know, the headache of what I went through with my first channel, and learn from what I'm sharing with you on this channel. So I always check to see if my volume and everything is good. So let me check on my laptop really quick. And if you're looking now and you want to say hello, you can say all of that in the chat. And then if you want to be a content creator, also let me know that in the chat. I might be able to help you a little bit more. Oh, there we go. I like to do more interaction with the audience. So, like if I'm talking about something in particular and you guys need information, feel free to always put it in the chat. I comment back, and even if you're looking at this after the live is over, I will keep it there for replay. And if you comment on there, I'll get back to you as well. Sometimes when I get comments and, the live has been going on for over an hour, I don't necessarily know exactly what I say. So when you put a message in the comments or a question, make sure you say in reference to blah, 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 and then your question, so I can kind of get an idea of what was said, because it could have been a question that was being answered by me, or it could have been, just something that I was saying that you're elaborating on. So always, always, always make sure that you put in reference of and then do the question. That's very helpful. So it looks like it's a few people in here. What I'm going to do is, of course, I always say, give your girl a like. If you've been seeing my face, if you've been seeing me do commentary on my YouTube shorts, if you haven't seen me before, still give me a like, okay? And hopefully I'll get whatever answers that you need. And if it doesn't come up, appreciate that like. If it doesn't come up, feel free to ask in the chat. That's why I have my MacBook with me. I always have my MacBook in my lap so that I can ask those questions that maybe I possibly left out in the live, okay? Because sometimes I'll do a live and I won't have notes per se. I may just be given the information that I remember that was helpful for me. All right, so let me get to it. It looks like I have a few messages in here. Let me get to my Mac. All right, the situation in Palestine is normal. People are sympathetic for Ukraine, but no problem with Palestine. Many children and women. It's terrible. Unfortunately, this is not what I'm talking about right now, but that situation is terrible. Bottom line. I mean, this is not the first time I've seen this comment on my shorts that I get, as well as any other long form content or lives that I have. It's just terrible. It's terrible. This world out here is terrible. I mean, it's always some type of bad. It's not all good ever. And it hurts my heart that people are hurting. And I can't really do anything about it, to be honest. Not for everything, but it's terrible. It's terrible that this is the way that, the world that we live in. It's unacceptable, but it is what it is to a certain degree. All right. Hi, Sarah. John, you said thank you. You're welcome. Let me see. Is that K next? Next. Hello. Cris, got a question. What? I'm not answering that. Is it Dage W? Hello, John. Hello. So I'm gonna get into, and I got more more viewers right now, so make sure you give me a like. Um, Natalie, hey, thank you so much for that. What I'm going to do is, if anybody is watching right now that wants to be a content creator, put me in a chat, because I want to share this. I want to make sure that I'm sharing it to people that's interested in it as well. Okay, Crystal, thank you for that. If you are interested in being a social media influencer, a content creator, the majority of us already have some type of social media page, right? We're all on YouTube. You have to, unless you're looking as a guest, we all have some type of YouTube channel. Even if you're not having content on it, we all have something. Instagram, a TikTok, a Twitter, a Facebook. We have something, right? So I have definitely wanted to share what I've been through to, if you're considering being a content creator. Okay, trying to work it out. That name sounds familiar. Okay, so um if you're looking at this now, or even after the replay, I mean, even after in its replay, I encourage you to, get a paper and a pen, or put this in your notes. So some things that you want to, how do I go about editing and posting? I film dogs. You know what, Cris, you about to get muted from this channel, because even though that last comment was funny, I'm not answering that. I'm not even reading it out loud. So anyway, so what you need to do, number one, first and foremost, is figure out, and this is a token thing that everybody says when you look at how to be a YouTuber or how to be a content creator. You need to have a niche, right? But people don't know, what do you mean niche? What you need to do is know exactly what you can teach a stranger. The majority of my subscribers are strangers. There's a few coworkers that have found me, maybe a viral video, and they found me, so they know me. But you need to know what you have the knowledge of to teach a stranger, right? Say you live in Japan. It's no way that somebody in Japan can walk up to somebody in the United States, because first of all, they're far away. So social media may be helpful to spread to a stranger that you'll never come across, you'll never see. But what can you do? I don't know how to, I don't know if I could make your words English, Armin, because I don't know what you're saying. I speak English. So usually I could translate it if it's already like a comment there, especially in my shorts, but it won't allow me to do it on my lives for whatever reason. So I'm not really sure what you're asking. I'm sorry. Okay, so you definitely want to know what your niche is. Sometimes you could say, okay, my niche is, I want to share with the world or an audience how to coupon. People love to save money. Coupons. I used to do couponing, a couple years back. I used to get the Sunday papers. I used to get the coupons out of there, double them, triple them, all of that stuff, right? And you have people that want to learn how to do that. If you make it easy, it's people that's really good to where they'll coupon so good that the store owes them money. And I never was that good, but it's people out here that want to learn it. Yes, saving coins with coupons. That people will love that. You'll always have somebody watching for that, because you're showing them tips. Frumpy, I don't know if you trying to be funny, but ain't no trans here, honey. I'd have had 3 kids. I'm a whole married woman. No disrespect to trans, but I don't know if you was trying to be funny with that. But I'm not trans at all. I was born a female, raised up into a beautiful Black woman. So thanks for your support anyway. All right. So when it comes to um things that you want to share to a stranger, what is it? Is it, okay, you're a nurse, you want to explain nurse um situations? For my channel, a lot of people, and wait, let's pause, because a lot of people have the misconception of content creators that are over a certain amount of subscribers are millionaires. I've had a comment on a viral video that's going on right now that's saying, oh, you're stealing people's videos to make millions. Absolutely not. That person knows nothing about being a content creator. When you are doing content, my channel reacts to content. I know I'm not the only channel that react to it. Most people that react to content, they're doing a green screen. Then you see them in the corner, they're talking over the video. I'm no different than anybody else. But I usually get my videos based on healthcare because I'm a nurse. So when it comes to you finding what you want to share, think about, what do you do for a living? Do you want to talk about that? Do you have enough knowledge to share that? If not, let's go into your hobbies. Do you want to share how to, like I said, couponing? Do you want to share different sewing technique patterns, crochets? Do you do hair? Do you cut hair? Do you do nails? Good skincare routine, manicures, facials. People love to go on YouTube to get free knowledge, right? And what YouTube does is it pays its creators that have a high following, because they can put ads on your videos. They pay them. So, of course, you're getting paid because YouTube needs your content to keep people on their platform. And then also you'll get paid from brand from different companies for brand deals. I'm gonna go into that later because it can be a lot of scams out here, and one scammed me and I lost my first channel. This is my second channel that I only had for, let me see, 8 months. Is it 8 months? 9 months? Maybe 10. Okay, I started in January. Well, the last day of December. So it's October, 10 months. So rounded up 10 months. And yeah, I learned a lot from my first, but with this channel, it's like it's skyrocketing. I've never had a viral video on my first channel, and I've had multiple viral ones here. So let me go in these comments because I know I've seen a couple pop up and I don't want to miss any. Okay, Cris, you said, do you think a niche about a child name would work? So, okay, this is what I told a coworker that has been thinking about, she saw my channel, she's been thinking about doing a channel, and it's been a few months. You need to go on the internet and have, or put it like this. Everybody knows about AI, ChatGPT. Go on ChatGPT, type in this, give me 50 names for a niche on, if it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Give me 50 names on my niche of blank. So if it's couponing, it's going to give you 50 names based on, and you can, with ChatGPT, you need to talk to them a little bit. So you need to talk to the AI. And you can say, I'm a female that wants to talk about X, Y, and Z on my channel. Please give me 50 names. And then you go through those 50 names and see which one is best for you. And if it's not good, you can always say, give me another 50 names. Because sometimes people are so hard up on a channel name that they're not even starting. I don't recommend for people to use their full name because there's scammers out here. And no, don't do it. Find something. If you already have your channel and it's your full name, it is okay. You can always change your name because I did it. Okay, let me see. I have a niche, but how do I make money from it? Okay, so what is your niche? Is it K Knox? What's your niche? Um, when you have a niche and you're doing content about it, you want to make sure that it's a good audience for it. So if you have an audience for like nursing, people are either thinking about nursing school, work in healthcare, are currently nurses, travel nursing, because I've done that. Um, Going into nurse practitioner school as well as retired nurses, right? So you have a lot of people that may be looking into nursing or maybe reminiscing when they were nurses. So it's always going to be somebody out there looking. Again, like my channel, the majority of my videos I react to because it's good, it's bad, and it's ugly in healthcare. And pretty much my audience knows that I'm gonna either come out with something that happened really bad or something positive. And let's pause for a minute. When I put out positive things and it goes viral, there's always going to be negative comments for people that don't even know my channel, right? Oh, I don't want to hear what you're saying. You talking over the video when somebody is literally saying ba bum ba bum. Or, oh, this is horrible, you know, they shouldn't do this to this baby or this child or this doctor or this nurse. When you get comments in your videos, when you get to a certain level and you see negativity, you made it. Because don't let it bother you. You can either remove it. If it's harassing you, report it. Or hide them from your channel, because you can hide 100 people. It's still going to be billions out there that could look at you. So don't let that discourage you. It's always going to be somebody that's cyberbullying, typing stuff behind a computer because you won't never see them. So when you made it, you're going to have people in your comments acting dumb because they want a reaction from you. And you never want to ruin your character. You never want to ruin your character over a comment of a stranger that is not even going to do anything to benefit you. It's going to make you look bad because you upset about that. And you may lose some followers because of it if you take it out too far. So I wanted to say that at least, because ever since I got to a certain level, yeah, I see it a lot. And I'll show my husband, like, look at what they said. And he's like, delete it. It don't even mean nothing. They just trying to get attention. And really what this does is when people comment on your video with negativity, you know, even if they're just saying random stuff that have nothing to do with anything, that boost your video more into the algorithm. So even though they're trying to be hurtful and mean and negative, they're actually helping your content. So I don't mind when they do that. I may even heart what they say. I may even reply like, oh, well, I didn't know that it was hard for you to see something by hearing my voice. I thought you could see and hear at the same time. I've done that because sometimes I can be smart. Everybody got a little smart into them, but the guy was actually joking. And then he said, okay, well, I'm glad you could take a joke. I'm out of here. People like to do things to just spark what's going to happen. And people look in your comments. When you don't think people look in your comments and you look and you see 6,000, 8,000 people liking somebody's comment underneath, people watch your comments. So be careful when somebody is out here acting a fool, trying to get you to get out of your character. Okay, let me see. Uh-oh, what happened? So glad I found you. Hoping I learned a lot from you. Appreciate it. No problem, Green Entertainment. You know what? It was somebody. I looked on TikTok, right? Because most of my videos that I have here, I don't repost them on TikTok. I put all of my energy in one place. So this is what you need to do. You need to find one place you want to grow an audience and give it your all. So I don't post a lot on Instagram. I don't post a lot on TikTok. And if I do post something on TikTok, it's like something that is it maybe the opposite of what I would do on this channel, right? My old channel, I used to post my videos on all platforms, the same one, because everybody has different audiences. But I stopped doing that because it was taken away from what I was doing on one platform. So focus on one platform. If you want to grow on which Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, let me know in the comments, where would you like to grow the most? Put it in the comments so I can see exactly where y'all trying to gain your audience and go from there. Okay, let me see. Jerry, thank you so much. This channel was super informative. I was recommended to you by Mike Hawk. Awesome. Well, thanks, Crisp, for coming. I appreciate that. Let me see. Hello. All right. Kay knew it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm like saying all type of stuff. Appreciate that. All right. I don't know. I don't want you to say because I don't see anyone doing it. I know to get paid by ads, but what are the other ways? I was thinking about selling a product, shirts, cups. Okay, so you can do that actually. When you're trying to sell items, because like on my channel, once you're monetized, okay, you can put your store. I have a scrub business. I'm a nurse. When I was in during the pandemic, I made a lot of money and I put some of that money into an online scrub store. So like right now, I send a text alert to the people that's on there about my pink scrubs. Where I currently work, we can wear any color. So I have coworkers, I have my manager, I have people on social media that are linked to my store and are buying my scrubs like this, right? Of course, when we work together, I just bring it to work and I don't, have them to worry about shipping. I'll just bring it. But when you're monetized, you can put your store on your channel. Now, if you want to just shameless plug your own stuff like I just did right then, you can also I believe you can link it in the cards when you're doing long form content. So you can go over your niche and you say nobody is doing it. That may make it more difficult to get it out there. Can't do it because sometimes the originals don't have an audience. So you may want to combine something and then throw your originality. So once you have an audience, they'll be like, oh, okay. To make sense with being original is perfect. Most of the nursing channels that I used to follow were more so long form content. I would see some shorts, some snippets, some skits, but I wouldn't really see reactions like that. I literally do a reaction video every day. I batch content, especially on my off days, so that I could just post it and have something every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But when you have something that's unique and nobody is doing it, you have to figure out how to draw your audience into your uniqueness. So if you post something on, and I'm not sure if anybody wrote where they want to advance their social media following, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If not, put it in the chat. You have to make sure, because I guess with Facebook, you already have friends on there. So if you have friends that are automatically like family or somebody that's going to look at your Facebook reels, then you're okay. And you get paid off Facebook reels. Because I've gotten paid, I think maybe $500 for a viral video that hit 1 million. And then I had another video that did the same. So I had about $1,000 total from them. But, it's pennies if you're not having content out there that goes viral. So what you have to do is draw that audience, maybe tweak your creativity a little bit to show people that don't know about what you're doing, tweak them over to you. And what I'll recommend for you is YouTube Shorts is the easiest way to build an audience. Y'all would not have seen me if I was not on YouTube Shorts this often. If you go on my page and you look at how many videos I post, I have over 300 videos. 90% of those videos are YouTube Shorts. 90%. Maybe even 92%. I just started doing these lives every other month for the last couple of months because I really like to engage with the audience. I want to hear what y'all want to know. Or if you want to chit chat about nursing school or being a nurse or leveling yourself up, being a manager, I've done all of that. I like to talk and communicate with the audience, and this is the best way for me to do it, all in one day. So, okay, wait. I'm missing something. But yeah, so if you want to do your shirts and cups and stuff like that, you can link that, like your store, to your videos when you're monetized. It'll show up on your shorts, your long form, all of that. But if you just want to throw what you're selling in there, you can put it in the video, but not in the beginning because it's going to deter people away from watching your content if they don't know who you are. So say you make a shirt and you put it, make your own little commercial, right? I have a commercial for my scrubs. I don't put it in my content, but my husband literally shot a commercial for my scrubs because he's a center photographer, and all of this stuff is because he helped me. Like this stuff in the back of me, this is all because of my husband, okay? Creative minds. So, I mean, I've helped a little bit. I tweaked this today because the other video that I had was just a red circle, but I brought the flowers in, but he made them. And I'm on my pink couch. But it's little stuff that you could do with a phone and the right lighting that'll get you out there, because people are not going to want to listen to a video where you can't hear somebody. They're not going to want to look at a video where it's not aesthetically pleasing, where it's nothing going on. You can't see somebody clearly. They're going to swipe off. So open up a window, blind, shade, pull up the blinds, let that sunlight in, put your phone up on a tripod. I mean, they have tripods that's literally $20, and hit record. You got to start somewhere. Okay, let me see. All right, Travel Spanish with Claire. You just started your YouTube channel and you're trying to grow it. Okay, so looking at your name seems interesting. So you're traveling, speak Spanish, and your name is Claire. So tell me, Claire, what are you doing in particular to try to grow your channel? What are you doing? Have you filmed anything yet? Give me an idea of what you're trying to do, and maybe I can kind of help to critique, because I've helped critique a couple of people and now they're over their threshold and they're doing good. I'm saying I'm not the win all be all because I had somebody to teach me. I paid for it, but I can give a little bit of free content right now in this video. Okay. Hello from Delaware. Is it Gabe? Hey, Gabe. All right. On YouTube for sure. Okay, Sushi, I'm a student nurse, which I wish to open a YouTube account, but another hobby, about another hobby. Oh, okay. You can do that. I don't know who, Cris, I don't know who Jenny is. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Thank you so much. Let me see. I'm thinking of, hopefully, Claire, you'll respond to my question, but I'm starting to go down more for the comments because I don't want them to be so far where I'm just scrolling up to look at everything. And everybody that's watching, I appreciate those likes that I have. I'm looking at them. I'm literally on my phone so I can see the numbers go up. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're already subscribed to the channel. If not, I won't bite. Welcome to the family. Okay. All right, let me see. So your way of making content is telling people how to make content. Undercover, no, it's not. So maybe you're new to my channel because it shows that you're new by saying that. But for me, I'm trying to be helpful for those that want to get up and start. The best thing you could do undercover is get up and start for content. I'm not one of those people that say my channel is on building content creation, because it's not. If you look at my 300 videos, it's something about healthcare in pretty much all of them, except for maybe my last long form video that I did on my juice fast that I did with my husband, which that was something personal that I wanted to share with you, as well as everything else has something to do with healthcare. If not, 99% of it does. So that comment just shows that maybe you don't really know too much about this channel, and it's okay. All right, no weed, no. For me, no. All right, that's smart. I just started my YouTube and I want to grow it. Cris, I heard of someone, I don't remember if you repeat. What? Let's click 3 times to relax your heart rate. I haven't heard that. It may be a possibility, but I've seen different what do they call it? It's like a vagal maneuver. I've seen this in the ER when I worked there, where somebody has to put their, I seen a video like that. I didn't even do a reaction to it. But I've seen somebody to put their arms up, and I can't do it because I'm on a couch, and lean back and you bear down. And when I say bear down, you bear down like pushing really hard down on your abdomen, but you're pushing down down to the seat of your pants, and they flip the person back, and it brought their tachycardia, which if you don't know what tachycardia is something that is a heart rate over 100. It put that, I think it was super ventricular tachycardia, which is, over 150. And they did this Valsalva maneuver, and it literally dropped her heart rate back to normal. So I'm not sure about Cris, about what you said about that, but I've seen it other situations done in the hospital, and it immediately worked. Okay. I believe you about shorts. I never knew about you until today. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you for viewing. But yeah, YouTube shorts will definitely do it. Actually, live streams, doing it the vertical way, is kind of similar to shorts, where you'll be in the same different category of shorts. When people are swiping, they'll see a live video, and you don't even have to be subscribed to the channel. Some people will just pop up and see you. So, once you get a good audience, I would say do lives. But when you're starting to build, do YouTube shorts. Make sure that it's less than 60 seconds, because anything over 60 seconds, it becomes long form content, which, if people don't know who you are, whether you have tags, a good description, it doesn't matter. A lot of people won't find it unless you have an audience that is that has the alert set up, the notifications. When something pops up, they'll see it. But if you're new, starting out, they won't. Start off with YouTube shorts, 100%. Okay, let me see. Hey, Leslie from Dallas, Fort Worth. Thank you. I don't know how you can find a good woman, honey. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a love doctor. I've been married for 8 years, been with my husband for 13. So, I don't know. I mean, it's different out here now. So I wish the best of luck to you, Leslie. All right. So Spanish, travel Spanish with Claire. I post a video every week, but the fact that I moved to Peru and I've learned to speak Spanish fluently. Oh, I've lost 20 pounds since I've left the US. That's good. I think I should make a video about that. Yes, you can. I believe, I don't know if it's on this channel or not. I think I did put it on this channel. When I did travel nursing, there was a time where Oh, I don't know if I put it on this one. I had to think about it. That might have been my old channel. But it was a time where my husband and we cut our sodium intake. And we cut it down drastically where we stopped eating certain foods. I mean, we eat certain meals and we intermittent fast. And I was able to lose 20 pounds. And to this day, I haven't reached up to that level, and I won't, because I was pre-diabetic. So it scared me. And being that I know kidney failure and and diabetes and all of that stuff with weight gain happens, high blood pressure, all of that. I never had a blood pressure issue, but when I was pre-diabetic, I automatically thought about dialysis because I used to work there. I was a supervisor and I did not want to be hooked up to a machine 3 times a week. So when you know better, you do better before it gets worse. And that's some knowledge. If somebody knows that, they can share that on social media to help someone that may have not known or may not know how to do it or need help to get to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? So let me go down. But yeah, Claire, that's definitely a good idea. I would definitely do that. Try to make sure that when you're doing your content that you could do your long form, but you can also do some in shorts, because and make it to where it's a lot of knowledge packed into these shorts. Sorry, I got this sparkling ice. It's not sponsored. But make sure you're packing a lot of knowledge into that 30-second, 60-second short. And it could be something that's kind of like showing people that they need to go to your long form video about that. So if you did a long form video, get a snippet of it where it's the meat and potatoes of the video, and it's where it's starting off somewhere, it's showing some progress, and then it abruptly ends. People are like, oh my God, where's the rest of it? They want to see that. And then what you can do with YouTube Shorts, because some people get confused, I tag videos in my shorts, especially if it's long form. So tag the video into that short so that they can click on it and see the whole long form. That's a good way to get people to your long form content. Okay, so let me see. Britta, hi, I'm doing good. Jazzy, I'm good. How are you? Seen what before? Do you enjoy being a nurse? I'm in nursing school now. Actually, I do enjoy being a nurse. It is times where it can be chaotic. Once you become a nurse for so long, the patients that are irate or upset doesn't bother you as much. What bothers you is if you're stuck with a coworker that is an emotional train wreck or just a negative Nancy, and you're literally stuck with them for your whole shift. That is what gets under my skin. But, next year, like I told a lot of people, I'm going back to get my master's. I'm going to level up, and hopefully I won't be worried too much about my current situation. I mean, every job is not going to be perfect, but you want to make sure that you get to where you need to go. And with nursing, the good thing about it is if you don't like the job, you can go somewhere else. You have a license. You can transfer to a different department. You can work in another hospital. You can move to another state and have your license transferred to that state. You just have to pay your fees. Nursing is so well-rounded. It's such a good job to have if you have the heart for it. If you don't have the heart for it, don't get into it, because people are going to chew you up if you are doing things incorrectly. If you're just in there trying to get the money and you don't know what you're doing, please stop, because you can kill somebody. Okay, let me go back to the comments. Thank you for posting the juice fast. I'm going to try it tomorrow on my days off. Good. Let me know, trying to work it out, how it goes. Because my first time when I did the juice fast a couple years back, I lost 10 pounds, but I did it for 3 days. This time, if you looked at it, I lost 3, which is still okay, but it was a restart for me to get my body together. And I haven't been back up to that weight that I did the beginning of the juice fast. I haven't been up to that weight anymore. So as you continue to reset your body and you eat right and you exercise and you stop eating the junk at work because people bringing donuts and cupcakes and bagels and you say no, and the candy, you say no, you'll see your weight drastically change and consistently drop down. And that's what's happening with me now. And of course, you always want to make sure you hydrate. So if you're not drinking a lot of water, it's time for you to re-up on that, because drinking more water can help you lose weight, because sometimes people eat when they're thirsty and they don't even realize it. Drink water first, then eat. It's some people that just eat because they bored. I used to do that. Stop doing that. Drink some water because you're bored. Drink some hot tea. Drink something that's not a sugary drink that's going to add more pounds to you. As much as people love Starbucks, I don't really do Starbucks like that, but I have a coworker that drinks a lot of Starbucks, and she drinks her calories. So I'm like, ooh, you can't, don't, it pops. And I call it pop because I'm in Michigan, but drinking a lot of pop or soda, if you say soda. So the Sprites, the Pepsis, the Dr. Peppers, that all adds on to weight gain too. So let me get out of that, because that ain't what I was here to talk about. But if somebody got some value from that, cool. All right. So let me see. Thank you for that. You need to post more shorts. Yes. Travel Spanish with Claire. You do need to post more shorts. And you don't have to be like me where you have a short coming out every day. You have to build up to that, because there's some people that'll try to mirror what I'm doing and they don't have the drive and the strive to do it right now. But if you post them once a week, you can post a short once a week until you feel comfortable with putting out content like that. Because the more videos you post, the more views you can get from people that don't even know you, people that's not even subscribed to you. So hopefully that's helpful. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me see. I'm new here and I never came across anyone as helpful as you. Thank you. We need more people like you. Juanita, I appreciate that. I try to be helpful as much as I can, even though it's a lot of negativity in my comments of my videos. I don't even let it bother me. I try to be helpful because this is why I'm on YouTube, right? You on YouTube because you want to learn whatever free content you can get. If somebody is sharing something that can be helpful to you, why not? And sometimes YouTube is entertaining. Sometimes YouTube could be your what do you call it? Because it's a couple of couples that I watch, and I watch them like I'm watching Netflix. Okay, I'm watching their family stuff, like Maisley. I love them. Okay, I love them with all of their children. One of their daughters is in college right now. I can relate because 2 of mine are in college. So people use social media sometimes as their entertainment for the day, or their education for the day. Or if they're looking up something and don't know how to find it, they can put in something in YouTube and it'll be videos that's related to what they typed up that pops up. Now, the majority of my content, the majority of my views that I get is from the shorts feed, right? I don't know if I rate in search like that. Now, my first channel that I had, I did rate a few videos in search when I did travel nursing, because I helped travel nurses to get out there and get that bag. Now that I'm working staff, I kind of went away from traveling videos because I'm not doing it. So, and of course the rates are a little bit lower, and some people are going back to working as a staff nurse, or they're doing per diem, which I was doing per diem with my travel assignments. So I understand. I can pick up per diem shifts anytime because I'm linked with one of the agencies that does travel nursing as well as per diem jobs. So nursing is amazing. You'll always be able to make some money with it. But I mean, I want to be helpful to y'all. So especially people that want to learn, I'm here. And this is nothing, I'm not charging nothing for any of this. I'm just sharing what I learned from somebody that has helped mentor me for YouTube, social media. I paid him, and everybody is going to be different. But I paid him on my old channel. So for growing my old channel, when that old channel got hacked, it was just like, oh my God. But I used what I used from him, and I put it on this one, and it shows that the stuff that I was doing on my old channel still works with this channel. Okay. Thank you, Jazzy21. You love my videos. I appreciate that. Okay. Let me go back. I'm missing some comments. I'm missing them. Michelle, how do you deal with negative Nancy's at work? Are you a nurse, Michelle? Or in healthcare? Let me know. How I deal with negative Nancy's at work, and hopefully, let's pause. Let's get some more likes in here. I see more people than I viewing the video than I see likes. Y'all know y'all can give me a like on this video, and hopefully you're already subscribed. If not, come on in. I'm not gonna bite you, but I appreciate the likes that I currently have. Okay. So Michelle, how do I deal with negative Nancy's? Let me see if you put. Let me see if you put, if you, nope, you didn't write yet. Okay. So assuming that you are a nurse or maybe in healthcare, the way that you deal with negative Nancy's is, number one, realize when they're going through stuff, if it's not something to do with you, they're just a negative person, ignore them. Ignore them. If there is somebody that is, I had to just put somebody on timeout. He was just putting too much in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that deleted. Okay, if there's somebody that is just, and you can kind of, what I do is I silently observe people. When I first start working with you, when I first meet you, I silently observe. That's something that you can do. Don't say nothing. Just watch your surroundings. If this negative Nancy is negative to everybody, then ignore her or him. Ignore them. What I'm doing at my current, when I see that this person is about to have a meltdown and wants attention, I just get it out of the way. I just go somewhere. I just walk away and totally ignore it, because I'm not going to give that time. I got other stuff to do. I got patients to take care of. I don't have time to be dealing with that because you want extra attention and you keep doing the same stuff. So no, I don't have patience for that, because I'm not there to work on that coworker. I'm there to work on my patients. So ignore them. Now, if they're bothering and picking with you, I'm gonna leave this up here. If they're bothering and picking with you about particular things and it's harassment, then you need to go to leadership so that they can get up off your back, and put it in writing so that it's not a verbal. Put it in writing, because I had to do that already. I said it on one of my videos back then about somebody literally bullying and harassing me at work. And once you give so many talks with them of, look, we're going to have to figure this out, or, I'm just going to be cordial, and this ain't going to be no work relationship where we cool. This ain't it, because you trying to do too much. So Um, what I will say is, if you can't ignore them and they're picking with you in particular, yes, you need to go to leadership and make sure that you write an email, put something in writing that's going to cover your behind. Because if they say, "Oh, I've never saw this," and you email them, that's a lie. I emailed you on this. Managers, I don't care where you at. Managers in healthcare read emails. Okay, they have to, because they're getting emails from everywhere. So they have to be compliant and read the emails. So, okay, as I'm looking at stuff, Flea Biscuit, you about to get muted from my channel, because of course my name ain't that. If you look at my shirt, you realize what is going on. I'm a natural beauty. And if you looked at my channel, my hairstyles are natural. So if that bothers you, bye-bye. Have a blessed day. So anyway, let's go back to it. Sometimes you have to really say something to people that's trying to discredit you, or, you know, be little internet bullies. But that one I had to say something to, because usually with my lives I get, "Oh, well, I may have something low cut because I like to wear what I want to wear." People comment about that. So I covered up today. It's a little bit chilly outside, and me and my daughter was running errands. So I wanted to plop down and talk to y'all today, because I usually talk on my lives every other weekend, and I didn't want to miss out on talking to y'all. But it never fails. Somebody always gonna be in your comments. What did I say earlier? When you make it, it's always gonna be somebody in your comments talking trash. Okay, let me go up. So yeah, ignore them. Go to leadership if they're bothering you, Michelle. And I mean, if those two things don't work out, then maybe you can look at either avoiding and ignoring is pretty much the same thing to me, because um if you need to go to another job, if you are already in healthcare, I'm not sure if you wrote it or not, you got to do what's best for you, because it's jobs out here and people will try to stress you out, and stress kills you. So you have a better life to live somewhere else if somebody is bothering you. Now, if they're just negative, ignore them. Go on about your business. All right, yes, go get your master's. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. I should have already been done. I think I've told the story before, where I was in MP school. I actually did a video that I did on my old channel that I still had. So I put it on this one, but I actually was doing about maybe half a year of school, and I was trying to get up into the clinical area, and it just didn't sit right. It wasn't the time for me. And that was back in 2020. So, when you get your master's and you already have your bachelor's as a nurse, it only takes 2.5, maybe 3 years, depending on where you're going. I would have already had my master's working as a nurse practitioner if I was to continue what I did back then. But maybe I wasn't ready for it. I did travel. I did collect some money. I did put some money up for my kids' college funds. So it was helpful that I stopped what I was doing, because I didn't feel like it wasn't my calling back then. I didn't feel it. And you don't want to just go to school and do this job because you think that's something that you need to do, and you don't feel that it's right. Back then I don't. Now definitely I'm getting my master's. Okay. Let's see. Let's go down. Hey, do you know if you're too lazy or don't want to walk and eat? I get enough energy out to even. Oh, maybe this is, hey, what do you do if you're too lazy and don't want to eat and don't have enough energy to walk? So if you too lazy, as you say, and you don't want to eat, you're not going to have energy anyway. So what you need to do is you need to fill up your body with nutrition. If you don't want to chew food, you need to get some type of boost, or what do they call the other one? And I don't really recommend those. I mean, people do them as a supplement for nutrition, but I mean, eating your medicine is everything. So eating food rejuvenates you. That's just something that you have to do on your own. Of course, you're not going to have enough energy to eat, let alone have enough energy if you don't eat, let alone to walk. So you gotta start eating. All right. 3 pounds is still great accomplishment, and yes, no sugary snacks and lots of water, no coffee. It dehydrates. So yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker trying to work it out. I do drink herbal teas, and decaffeinated green tea, because with green tea, the majority of the green tea that's given to you, if you buy it at a barista or whatever, or if you get it in the store, it's caffeinated. And too much caffeine, it messes with your heart. So when a lot of patients come in and they're like, oh, well, my blood pressure is high or my heart rate is high, I just had a cup of coffee. They already know it messes with their heart because of the caffeine. Even black tea has caffeine in it. So when I do drink my teas, I tend to do herbal because there's no caffeine in those, as well as decaffeinated green tea, because it'd be cold in my office and I share it with somebody that loves the cold. So I'm just stuck. So I drink warm stuff because I'm trying to be considerate. I don't know about y'all. Some people like forget them, bring a heater, cut it on. I'm trying to be considerate. So I layer up in my office because I have to share it with other people, and I tend to freeze. So I drink warm liquids in the morning. All right, watching from Zimbabwe. Nice. You know what? I was looking on TikTok this morning, and what came on my algorithm was my voice. It was me. And it was me talking about Crystal, the lady that played You Are My Sunshine, to the Hawaiian lady that has dementia in a nursing home. I was like, somebody took my whole video with me talking and put it on TikTok, and it was going crazy. I was like, that's so awesome. I just commented, hey, thanks for sharing my video. Appreciate the love, And it was people in their comments saying, Sarah, because I messed up, like, back to content creation. You're not going to be perfect. I messed up and said her name was Sarah because I was looking at something and I said Sarah. And when I already was editing up my video, I'm like, crap, her name is Crystal. So I put it in the video when I posted it. And people still were saying Sarah. So that shows that everybody don't look at your screen. They listen to what you say. Remember that. So even though you have words on the screen about what you're saying, they're reading, oh, the name is Crystal. But I actually put, I'm sorry, the name is Sarah. I'm sorry, her name is Crystal. And in that video, I literally have Crystal pinned in the comments. Now, when I share videos and someone comments on it and it's their video and I confirm it, I pin them so y'all can give them love. People love that. When you share their video and the love is given, they love it. They love it because you at the top and they getting kudos. Now, if they have a channel and they're posting videos, hopefully you guys are looking at their content. So, people say, oh, well, you stealing videos and making all this money. Actually, shorts pay the lowest amount per 1,000. So let's get into that. When you're doing YouTube videos, you get a certain amount per 1,000 views. If you look at my shorts, if you go on my page right now, I have several viral videos. Several. YouTube, and when I say viral, over 1 million views. YouTube, what they do, they pay you Sometimes it's 3 cents per thousand, 20 cents per thousand. The long form videos pay more. But sometimes the long form videos are not going to get 1 million views like the shorts. So you pick and choose what you want to do. You post both and you just get, when you get monetized, you get what you get, right? But I always want to say to people, no, when you see a viral video, you are not getting $1 million from it. You are not a millionaire because you're on YouTube and you have over 100,000 subscribers. You are not. We are not Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast puts a lot of his money back into his content for what he's doing, and he gives away money. We are not Mr. Beast. We still work 9 to 5s. Some people that quit social media, when they quit their jobs and do social media full force, it's good for them. But the way that my salary is of what I'm used to, YouTube doesn't give me that yet. So I'm not going to stop what I'm doing and be a full-time content creator as of yet, if I ever do that. So let's just be real. You're not going to be a millionaire, especially in the first, this channel not even a year old, especially in the first year. You're not getting that. The majority of the people that get thousands of dollars on YouTube, they have a lot of videos. They have a lot of followers that are, what do you call it? This is on the tip of my tongue. They have a lot of followers that are engaging in their content, in a lot of it, as well as brand deals. Now, when brand deals come out, for y'all creators that want to be on YouTube or any other social media platform, be careful. I was hacked, and I want to share this with you now. When you see a brand that is a well-known brand, it was one that came across my channel the end of last year, maybe November or something like that, or October, November of last year. I think it was Dove. It was Dove and it was Nivea, right? I use Nivea lotion because I like the little small containers. And then I use Dove lotion in those small containers that you get from CVS, right? So as a nurse, you wash your hands, you sanitize a lot, your hands be dry. I have that in my bag so I can just put that on to keep my hands from being sandpaper. So being that I knew these companies, see you, Jazzy21, being that I knew these companies, I'm like, okay, cool. They want to do a brand deal with me. Back then, my channel was about 24,000 subscribers. So it's nowhere near here than what I have now. But I'm like gullible and didn't really do my research on brand deals. And they're like, oh, we'll pay you X thousands of dollars to put a short snippet in your long form. Because I had a lot of long form videos on my other channel. So what I will say is when you get to the point where you have brand deals, there are going to be a lot of, first of all, you're going to get a lot of hey dear emails. And when I mean hey dear, that means people that want you to get their Amazon stuff, whether you buy it and they reimburse you and you do a video, a free video on it. You're going to get those a lot, which you can just say, I know I don't do free content, and they'll leave you alone. You're going to get scammers out here that will say they're big name brands or whatever, and what they actually are scammers. So the first thing you want to do is look at the email. If that email, dang, I wish I had one of them. Let me see if I could pull it up on my, no, it's not going to be on this computer. Because the good thing about the MacBook, when they were trying to get me to download stuff, my silly behind bought another computer to download stuff, and they immediately hacked me. They had malware. So it would be like emails. If, say, for instance, because none of this is sponsored. Nobody that I'm talking about are sponsored. They're not paying me to say nothing. Okay. If you want to, hit me up. But if you want to give an example, say somebody reached out to you that was Dove, right? Look at the email. Does the email have anything with Dove in it? Email. We're talking about scammers. When you're a content creator and people want to give you, they want to pay for your doing a brand commercial. Email, not female. Um, when they want to give you something, they want you to download something on your computer, right? Yes. They want you to download their what do they call it? They want you to download some type of contract, and they want to download the little snippet of what they want you to put in your long form content. What that is malware, and they will take your stuff, and they will, if you got something synced to that email, they will spend money on your stuff. And I mean, it's not a lot, so it won't be noticeable. But I literally had like so much stuff on my Google. When I got it back on my Gmail, when I got it back, I could see all of the stuff that happened. And, you know, the hack came from somebody in Russia. It had nothing to do with Dove or Nevea, none of that. So you have to be careful when people are trying to do these brand deals. The majority of them that come in my emails, I'm like, I'm good. Or I'll give them my rate and they're like, that's too much. Okay. The ones that say, oh, no problem, download this. I did that before. And then before you even go through all of that, what I started doing is I would look at the email. So whoever sent me an email, I would look at it and I would see like blah, 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 dot one place dot et or something like that, right? Nothing to do with any brand that you're talking about. I would reply, stop scamming. Please stop scamming. And they wouldn't bother me. But if you don't know, you know now. Watch those emails. Look at the names of those emails. All right, let me go back up. Let me see. Yes, Maisley. They're awesome. Maisley and what's the other couple? They just had a baby. It's Naka and Dominic. I forgot the name of their channel, but I dang, what is, maybe it's Naka and Dominic. But they got their little baby and he is so cute. He's a combination of both of them. And I've been watching them like their regular show. But when people, yes, Naka and yes, them. I love watching them. I remember when Naka was pregnant and, you know, she was asking about tips. I was all in the comment because I'm a mom of 3. So I'm all in the comments trying to tell her certain stuff. And I mean, their whole love story was so cute. It was, you know, they started off as a couples channel and now, you know, they're married. They have a child. And I think even she branched off and got a little extra channel on the side where it's just her talking to the ladies about being a mom or her losing pregnancy weight, stuff like that. But that's a good example of when you want to share to your audience what you do, what you know about, you can. Right? So if you a mom, a stay-at-home mom, you can have a channel about stay-at-home moms. If you meal prep, you could do that. It's a guy that my husband showed me. He literally makes tea. I am a tea person. He literally makes tea. And people will comment what type of tea that they like, and because he sells it. So he'll put whatever, and then he'll put the fruit, he'll smash the fruit up, and then he'll pour hot water, and he'll mash the ingredients of the fruit down so that he can pour the tea, and then he'll say if it's good or if it's bad. And he don't lie to you because he'll say, oh, this one ain't it. But he literally is doing videos on his product that you could purchase. That's gold right there. So you got people looking at the way you make something, the way it looks, you swallowing this drink, and they can't smell it, of course, but they're going off of what you're saying and they're buying your product. That's a win-win right there. But he's on Instagram. I don't know his name per se, but my husband, if he was here, I would say, babe, what's his name? But he's at work right now. So that right there is gold for you to have an audience that likes what you sell and they're engaging. That's a good way to get a good following. That's something that's unique. I usually don't see people making tea and different parts of tea with different fruits, and it looks awesome the way that he does it. Okay, let me go down to my comments. What do I do if I'm not eating a lot and I don't have enough energy to even walk? I have been experiencing some symptoms in the last 3 days. Can you please tell me what to do? Well, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse practitioner, but what I can say is if you can't get to your doctor, you need to go to the ER. You need to go to urgent care. It's flu season, and just because I had a conversation with my oldest daughter, she's like, oh no, I'm not snotting, sneezing, I don't have any of those symptoms. Everybody has different symptoms when they're sick, and everybody doesn't have the win all be all fever if you have a flu, or it's viral infections out here. So if you don't have energy to eat or to get up and walk, something is wrong. Unless you have an autoimmune disease, there's some stuff that you already know about, you need to go to the doctor. You need to call your primary physician if you have one. If not, you need to go to the ER so they can figure out what's going on and they can get you patched up and on your way to the road of getting more energy. And hopefully you'll build an appetite, because if you don't have an appetite, your levels, your electrolytes, your sugar level. I mean, if you're not eating, I'm sure your sugar is low. So you're not going to have your necessities to get up and move around like you would. So that's an emergency that you need to take care of as soon as possible. Can I shout out Macy? Hey, Macy. Thank you. You're a nursing. Oh, Michelle, you're a nursing student. Awesome. When are you done with school? Okay, let's see. So you made enough from YouTube to do this full time. I'm not doing. Okay, maybe I said this. Maybe you wrote this before I said I still work my full time job. It's some people that quit and do YouTube full time. I'm not the one. Not yet. The numbers are not, and let's just be clear. This channel, even though I've had it since the last day of December, the 31st of December, because I was hacked on the 30th and I kept going and I started this new channel. Even though I've had this channel since the last day of December of last year, I just monetized it. I just flipped the switch and monetized it in the end of July. So it hasn't been monetized this whole time. But what I will tell you is the money that I get is helpful, but it's not enough to take away my nurse salary. I'm a 6-figure earning nurse. So this is not it as of yet. It's no way that I'm going to stop my job as a nurse to do YouTube full time and it doesn't equate the same amount, if that makes sense. I've only been getting money from YouTube for a few months, not this whole 10 months that I've had this channel, just to be transparent. Okay, so let me go down to Juanita. Oh my God, you're so right. I subbed and I liked. Plus, you said my name right. Yeah, Juanita. I went to school with some Juanitas. It's another lady that comes on the channel here and there, and her name is Juanita. So I'll be like, Juanita, what's up? Let me see. Talk about being a Black female nurse. I am. Okay, so Young, what do you want to know in particular about being a Black female nurse? Because I can tell you about what I am, what I do, but it could be the same as being a Caucasian female nurse or a Hispanic female nurse or an Asian female nurse. Let me know the particulars of what you want, and then I'll elaborate. All right. Hello. Love your content. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate those comments. I really do. And hopefully, you guys are already liked and shared and commented this video to, friends that may be interested in becoming a content creator, or maybe they are thinking about being a nurse, because I talk about nursing over 90% of the time on this channel. I just wanted to kind of open up and share my highs and my lows on being a content creator, and hopefully I can share with my audience, you know, how to be helpful if they want to move forward with that. Okay, let me see. Nice flowers. Thank you so much. My husband put them together. Because we have a creative space, so we were doing like a boho theme type deal, and I think he got on either Pinterest or YouTube. Again, Pinterest is a good place too. I don't know how Pinterest does it when it comes to monetization, but it has some good stuff. And we wanted to make our creative space to where it was more so girly. So if the girlies wanted to do content there, or if they wanted to take pictures, it was just a cute place for the girlies. We also have a side where there is backdrops, just plain color backdrops, different colors, but solid color backdrops. And that will be maybe if the fellas wanted to take pictures or do product pictures, brand pictures, whatever. We had that. But this is a little bit of from our creative space I brought back home. Okay. Now I'm a healthcare worker. Absolutely true. I ignore them. Yes, Jazzy. I think Jazzy has left, but yes, you have to ignore them, Michelle. It being that you are in nursing school, you're not even at the height of what you're gonna get to. But when it comes, ignore. Okay, don't even let it phase you. Just ignore it and go about your business. Okay, let me see. You said you can help me moderate if I like, because somebody out here acting a fool. Okay, I'm a keep up. Ooh, I gotta keep up with these comments. Okay, let me go back to where I didn't. Um, since you asked, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Let me see. Let me see. How do I do this? Because somebody asked before and I never gave them an opportunity. So I'm going to give you that today. So I'm going to give you the standard. Let me see. I'm going to give you the standard moderator where you can review and remove chat messages and hide and put users on timeout. Because what I've been doing is just, if people is acting a fool, I just put them on timeout for 24 hours. So you can do that for me. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me go back to the top where I have not reached. Okay. Somebody asking for my address, which I'm not giving. Talking, you want to send me some chicken. I'm gonna say this. I haven't had meat, meaning chicken, turkey, fish, pork, ham, and any other meats that you can think of, venison, because people eat deers. I haven't had meat in, let me see, how old is my youngest daughter? She's 6. I would say maybe 7.5 years. I don't miss it. I haven't eaten it. So I don't know if that was supposed to be a little jokey joke because, they say black people like chicken. I don't eat it. I don't. Of course, I've eaten it the majority of my life, but no longer. I am a vegetarian. So sorry, you're not getting my address, and I don't want your fried chicken. Or any chicken, because you said some chicken. But thank you anyway. All right. New sub. Thank you for all of Thank you for all you're doing. No problem. Entrepreneurial Diary. Nice. I like that name. You know, sometimes when you work your 9 to 5, you got to have some little entrepreneurial stuff on the side because sometimes these jobs don't pay what you are worth. And when this economy continues to increase, your job don't always increase the pay. So I'm definitely an entrepreneur because I have my scrub business. My husband and I have our creative space. So we have multiple streams of income, and now I'm adding YouTube to it. So I love that. I love that name. That is a good name to have. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Juanita said, "Get out, flea biscuit, grow up." I think I've got him out of there. And you about to be removed too because, like I said, when you get to a certain level on social media, there's going to be cyber bullies. There are going to be people that just talk trash and they don't mind getting blocked, deleted, reported because they do this all day. So do what you got to do. If you scroll down my comments, look at all of the people that I've blocked or muted or put on timeout. You can just see it, a line go through it. Well, for me, I can see it, and it'll ask me if I want to view the deleted message, but I'm not because it's deleted for a reason. So maybe you can't see it. I don't know. Okay. You're exactly where you need to be in nursing. For such you're needed for such a time as this. Well, thank you so much trying to work it out. I appreciate that. Charles, sorry. But thanks for the compliment. All right, Insure. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Boost or Insure. Yep. All right, Marcus. Hello, Marcus. Let me see. Hello. I guess this was back when people were I think this person was asking if I was asking about a email or a female, and I was talking about emailing somebody, but okay, now they doing extra stuff in the comments. All right, they just cut my snap because I am $70 over and I have a family of 3. Trish, that is unacceptable. Hopefully, I mean, because it's been a while, because I've been there. I've been there when I had assistance from the state where we had food stamps. We've had I guess it's called, is it? I don't know if it's not called SNAP. It's called, I forgot, but I had a certain amount of money a month to pay my rent. I mean, I had to figure out something. And it didn't take long for me to go back to school, and I became a phlebotomist so that I could have some money in my pocket because what I was going through back then, it wasn't it. And I had 2 young kids. So I had to get on the grind to do what was best for my kids because that was my motivation. Back then I just had 2. I didn't have 3. I wasn't married. I didn't marry my husband until further down the line. I didn't even know him back then. So I feel you. I've been there. Hopefully you got a good grind to get where you need to go. Maybe a side hustle, or well, you said you make $70 more, so they cut certain stuff. So I mean, it's always ways that you can make money. You just have to do your research and really look and dig deep. And hopefully you got some money saved because sometimes when you're on state assistance, they don't care. They want you to have the bare minimum to get by, and once you pass that, they cut you off and they want you to have your own independence, and that is the cold world that we're in. So hopefully you have a little hustle on the side that can help to bring more into your household, and I wish you the best. Okay, yep, knocking it down. Yep, I saw that. December 2025. December 2025. Currently doing my clinical and med surge floor. I'm starting my mental health clinicals in 2 weeks. Nice. So for me, I'm sure it's the same way. I had so many med surge clinicals. I was just like, I don't want to work in med surge when I get out of nursing, and I didn't. I think we have 4 med surge clinical rotations, med surge 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I was over it. I didn't want to do it. To the med surge nurses, kudos and big ups to you, because I went to the ER. I did critical care. I worked in the ICU. I was not doing no med surge at all, because it was just too much for me in nursing school. I literally thought I was going to be a labor and delivery nurse, but then I thought about, I love babies. You could tell on my channel, I love babies. But what happened is, you have babies that are born as stillborns. And I would be crying with the moms. I wouldn't even, that wouldn't be a good direction for me to go into at all, because I would literally feel for that mom like that was, a sibling or a relative of mine, and I would be crying right there with them. And sometimes they need that, but I wouldn't want to see that, a lot, because it happens. All right. Hello. You see, how do I get my Christian rap promoted? I love the energy. Turtle fam, I don't know about promoted. Are you trying, or do you have a channel where you doing your Christian rap on the channel? Answer that for me first. All right, hello. Is it hibiscus you drink? I do have hibiscus leaves in my pantry. Here and there, I do drink that. I drink peppermint tea. I drink, the majority of the time is some type of peppermint, or like if I'm under the weather, then I'll get like the immune boost tea that has multiple things in it, as well as my green tea was my go-to. I did that all the time. But when I went from from caffeinated to decaf, I started incorporating other teas. So hibiscus leaves I do have, and I have drank a few glasses of hibiscus tea as well. And when I drink my tea in the morning, since I intermittent fast, I don't put any sugar in it. I just drink it, or maybe I'll put, like, depending on what type of tea it is, like my green tea, I'll put like a lemon slice or squeeze some lemon in it. But I won't do any sugar at all. And I've become accustomed to drinking tea like that, especially my peppermint tea. I don't need any sugar at all. But that's something that I'll do because I am doing my intermittent fasting, and I'm not doing anything but drinking water or unsweet tea until I eat at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's my window to eat. And I've been doing that for years, and it's been beneficial to me. All right. Where am I from? From the United States. I live in Michigan. Wait a minute now. What happened to my moderator? It's all type of stuff in here. Maybe she's gone. Let me go back to. Where did she go? Maybe she's no longer my. Maybe she left alive. Okay, it's okay. You know what? Jesus is king. So there's I agree. There is a content creator, and my husband, I forgot his name, but he's not in the US, I don't think. And he uses that statement, but he says it so funny. It made me think about him. Okay. And then he says Jesus is Lord too. And it's the way that it's said in those videos. If y'all know who I'm talking about, you can put his name in the chat, but the guy is funny. All right. Let's see. People are very cruel. Yes, you do have to ignore. You do. Hello from the UK. Nice that you're joining us. Let's see. So lately I've been finding that meat is gross, and I've been wanting to go vegetarian, but my wife tells me it's unhealthy. Can you elaborate on that? So, Juanita. Okay. back when I was pregnant with my last daughter, she's 6 now, right? If you look at my profile picture on this channel, it's me hugging her at our creative space. My husband and I creative space. This was earlier this year, I believe. Was it this year? Yeah, it was earlier this year. We had that picture. She was 5 back then. And I'm running my mouth so much, I'm thirsty. Okay. So she when I was pregnant with her, I was vegan. I just became vegetarian like the last couple of years. Out of the 7.5 years I didn't have meat. So when your wife is saying that it's unhealthy, is your wife your doctor? How is it unhealthy? Because the animals that you eat get their nutrition from not other animals, right? They get their nutrition from the vegetables and stuff that you can be eating as well. You know, some people, when you do your research, you know better, you do better. I blame my brother for me not eating meat, but I don't turn back to it. Years back when I was in the end of high school, my mom was a vegetarian, and I did it where I was a vegetarian for a few months with her, and I went into college and I was extra, extra small and I was losing weight, and I'm like, I can't do this. My pants is falling off. I can't, my pants are saggy. I can't lose any more weight. So I went back to meat, but that was back then. I've been out of high school a long time. But the thing is, when you do your research and you know, and I'm going to tell you a little bit, I don't want to gross y'all out, but I'm going to tell you a little bit. A lot of butchers don't even eat meat. Reason why is because, 1 second, y'all.
Can I put the pizza in the oven?
No, this child trying to cook dinner. Come here, say hello to everybody, and then you can go.
And put it in the microwave?
No.
Yes.
Say hello and goodbye. No, you can't do that. You got skirt on. Put your legs down. Say hello.
Hi.
Why you trying to be all bashful?
Love you. You're my mommy.
Okay, go.
Well, Mommy, I want to make my pizza, please.
Well, Daddy gets home in a few minutes, so you got to wait.
I want to do it.
You can't. I don't want you to blow up the house.
In the microwave.
No, it's a way that you do that, and I'm not going. Daddy is bringing us something.
For dinner?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
What?
I'm still on my live pudding. Can you close my door and watch cartoons, or you want to take a nap?
I want to watch cartoons.
Okay, thank you. All right, sorry for the quick, brief interruption. So what was I saying? Let me go back to the meat. So butchers don't like meat. Reason why is when they are cutting up meat, especially in these stores, the stores want you to cut the tumors out. This is a reason why people are getting more cancer than what they had back in the day. The butchers are cutting the tumors out of the meat and selling the rest to you in local stores. The hot dogs, the sausages that's being eaten, that's ground up trash. So, I mean, that's just the research that I was given. And you take it or leave it. Some people are like, well, we gonna die anyway. I'm just gonna die eating what I want. Big ups to you. But I have not been on any medication. The only thing I take is maybe an elderberry gummy or vitamin or multivitamin. That's it. I'm not on any blood pressure medicine. I'm not on any insulin for diabetes. I'm not on any cholesterol medicine. I am in good shape because I eat my medicine. I eat what is needed in my body to make sure that I'm rejuvenated and I'm in good health. Some people do certain things and you can say, oh, I'm not on any medicine. Good. But for me, when I saw myself going in the wrong direction, I changed it. And I'm still not on anything. And I'm just saying, when you know better, you do better. Um, okay, so let me look at something else. I need to catch up on these comments. All right, thank you, everyone. I am overweight really bad and I really feel like I need something. I feel like my weight is going to kill me. Juanita, what you have to do is do what's best for you. I think you were saying, I think you were going to do the juice fast. Do that. That's a reset, right? That's going to reset your body to where you need to start losing more. It's going to start that metabolism for you to lose, but you got to start walking. You got to increase your water intake. If you're not a water drinker, you better start now. You have to like mostly everybody I know got some type of watch, an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, something. Or even your phone tracks your steps. You need to make a goal of having so many steps per day. When I worked in the ER, I did over 10,000 steps effortlessly, okay? Being that I'm not in the ER anymore, I have to make an extra effort to make sure I reach my 10,000. Sometimes I fall short 1,000 steps. It's okay. But I had literally have gym equipment in my house this morning. I got up, I got on the elliptical. I had no excuses because I have the equipment. I have the time because I'm off. And I want to do better for myself. I still have a goal for myself. And when you have a goal set, that's your motivation, right? It's easy to fall off and be lazy and relaxed because I've done it. It's easy to do that. But you got to push forward. And once you push forward and you do something for 30 days, your body is already wired to continue to do it. So you got this. Start your juice cleanse. Reset yourself. That's going to give you some weight loss. And all you're doing is drinking that juice and maybe some water in between, right? You're not doing no eating because you are not going to lose anything. And then when you get off, like if you saw the video, when you get off of that juice cleanse, you start off with light meals, salad, soups, smoothies for a couple of days. Then you can go back to what you're eating. But make sure you cut the fried foods out. You got to cut the fast foods out because you're going to get that weight right back. Best of luck to you, Juanita. Okay, let me see. She says it's unhealthy because the lack of protein and healthy fats. You know what? That is what a lot of people say. But when I literally when I went to my OBGYN when I was pregnant with my child that just popped in here and interrupted us, I was a vegan. I said, is it okay for me to still be a vegan pregnant? She said, absolutely. Your levels are fine. You are lacking nothing. And that's when I wasn't even eating dairy. Vegans don't eat dairy. I had everything else but meat and dairy. Now I dabble a little bit in dairy. But no, that's just some type of lie that's going out there. When look up, okay, Juanita, look up Dr. Bobby Price. Dr. Bobby Price is a pharmacist and he does plant-based whole foods. He is in um he is in impeccable condition, right? He muscular, everything, but he does plant-based whole foods. This man did his research. He didn't went down to Okinawa, Japan, where they have the most centenarians there, meaning people over 100 years old. They have a lot of them there because of the way they eat and the people that walk around and they move. I'm telling you, do your research, Juanita. Don't let somebody's opinion ruin what you want to do for you. because you have one life to live. And hopefully when you make that change, your wife will make that change with you. Okay, let's see. All right. If you balance it, it should not affect anything. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh, she is so freaking cute. Yes. So Puddin', that's my nickname for her. You know, she already knows about the lives. Usually when I do the live, she's taking a nap, but she wanted to, we were running around and I was like, okay, if you be quiet, you have to be downstairs and watch TV while I'm up in my creative room, because two of my daughters have left. So now my oldest child's room is my creative room. This is my space now, okay? Mine. So why not do content in an empty room with stuff that I want in it, since she is living her best life in college? Okay. What a cutie. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. So Juanita, I'm sure you saying gross about the butchers cutting up the tumors off of the meat and still selling it to people, because they do. They absolutely do. I don't know what that means, so I'm not gonna read it. I'm sorry to take more of your time, love, but I have a bad leg swelling by my ankles and my feet. So what can I do to help my leg swelling? It's bad and my skin is hard and discolored. So Juanita, when you have edema, it's probably edema. Um, First of all, have you seen a doctor for it? Because I mean, sometimes they'll give you something quick like Lasix to get the fluid off of you, but that's just like a temporary thing. And with Lasix, you got to be careful because I believe it's potassium wasting. So when something messes with potassium, you think about your heart. And a lot of people don't go through this process of educating the people that they give the medication to. They say, oh, well, take this and then it'll be something on your discharge papers that nobody looks at. But if you're taking Lasix, you need to increase that potassium, right? Because it's going to waste it as you're urinating all of this fluids out of your body. It's going to waste the potassium level. And if the potassium is too low, it's going to affect your heart. If the potassium is too high, it affects your heart. So if you talk to a doctor about it, let me know what the doc says. If not, you need to temporary help right now is to elevate those legs above your heart. So if you're laying in the bed, put a couple pillows at the bottom of your bed and lift. Or if you have like a back pillow, you know, the pillows that have the arms here, flip that over, put that down and put some pillows on top of that, right? Maybe some couch pillows, because the pillows we lay on, you know, our heads sink in them. So you know our ankle's going to do it. But do that to elevate them so it brings the fluid back, okay? And when you're having swelling like that, think about your sodium intake. How much salt are you eating? Are you eating a lot of junk food? Are you eating a lot of fast food? Are you eating a lot of uh fried food? Do you season your meals with salt? I mean, it's some salt free, like Mrs. Dash, not sponsored, but I love Mrs. Dash, especially the spicy one or the garlic one. It's some foods that you can season your meals with that don't contain salt. When you have a lot of sodium in your body, water is going to be attracted to it. You're going to be bloated. You're going to have swelling. But yes, I would say elevate those ankles up. Talk to your doctor. If they give you something where it's a water pill, as they say, water pill, Lasix, something like that, make sure that you ask about what food you need to eat with it, because some of these water pills are potassium sparing or wasting, meaning it's going to do something with your potassium level, and you don't want that to be abnormal based on a medication that's given. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful, Juanita. Let me see. Lots of people leaving Africa on care work job offers going into Europe and America. Are they are literally training for an escape based on this. What's your take on the ethical implication? I don't have a take on that. But I've heard of some places where I believe it was a nurse I did a video with on my old channel. We did a live, and she was telling me that she was getting a contract for dialysis. It was for 2 or 3 years that she could bring a child with her, and she lived in the UK. Now, I think some of these contracts can be good for people that want to get out of their country to come over to a different country because they're getting paid to do so, as well as they're earning more knowledge and skill. Now, those jobs take a lot of work because you have to pay for certain licenses, you have to do certain testing, and it can take months to get this done. It's not something that you're going to get in real quick. So I don't know about what you're asking in particular, but it could be a good thing, but it takes a long time for this process. Nothing is super duper quick. All right, Dr. Bobby Price. Okay, I will look him up. Yes, please do, because this man, he even has a book called Vegetation Over Medication. And he tells you how to eat. And I've always been like this, but he tells you how to eat your medicine, right? So you don't have to buy his book, but look on his YouTube channel. This man has so much knowledge. He even goes to the point where he talks about how male testosterone levels are low, and that's why their hair is falling out, because they're not getting their testosterone checked, and it's certain things that they can eat to boost it. I'm telling you, like, it's so much knowledge on YouTube that is credible knowledge. I follow a lot of doctors that have millions of subscribers, and they have credible knowledge. YouTube is an amazing place to be in. And I'm telling you, if you want to be a content creator on here, make sure you do your research and you know exactly what you're talking about. Because if you don't, your audience going to call you out about it. As well as, if you want to be a content creator, just start. Your videos are not going to be perfect. They're not. They're not. And people are going to know you're new starting off when they look at your subscriber count. But somebody may want to follow you and see you grow. I used to, what's her name? I think it's called Journey with the Hintons. We used to be in a group together where we were trying to get our YouTube channels, we were trying to get our YouTube channel tips or whatever in a Facebook group. I remember her. And I remember when she started off, and I think she was doing a weight loss channel. Back then, I didn't know she was a nurse practitioner, but now she does YouTube full time. Her husband, and sometimes he pops on the videos, but when she greets her audience, she talks about all of the different languages of the audience that she sees. She said aloha, konnichiwa, guan guan. She say all of these different things because she has an audience all over this world. And I remember we were both in the same group, and I think one of her videos went off. And it was amazing because I was a part of her following when she didn't have a lot. And even when my old channel got hacked, I found her again and I still follow her. So it's just amazing when you start off from somewhere, people will want to follow you when you have little to no subscribers because they want to see your journey, especially if you're relatable. Okay, let me see. Uh-oh, I don't know what happened. Somebody message was retracted. You welcome, Juanita. Let me see. Yes, it's edema. I've seen lymphedemic doctor, and they gave me pressure stockings. Okay, so compression stockings. Okay. And my calf started cramping so bad I was in tears. I had to cut them off. Okay, so with compression stockings, those are very helpful. Did they tell you to elevate your legs? What I do when I work, I always wear compression socks. because of the varicose vein issues and standing up so long. You want to make sure that you have good circulation down there. Or sitting at a desk, you want to make sure you have good circulation down in your legs. So and even on my site, on my website, I sell compression socks. But I mean, everybody doesn't like those. You may have compression socks, and even if you get an XL or a large, they're tight, but you got to take time and let them stretch out because they're tight because you first putting them on. Just like new socks, when you put on new socks, they're going to be tight. So you have to get another pair because you cut those off, as well as you have to ask your doctor to, do they have a bigger size for you because they were so tight, they were hurting, you had to cut them off. But you need something to help drain that edema. And those compression, or what they used to say, I don't know if they call them TED holes anymore, but those will be helpful. But you have to also change what you're eating. Okay, yes, I don't eat right. I am paycheck to paycheck and I'm doing a diet to get, and doing a diet can get expensive. Actually, it can get expensive if you want it to be. Like a lot of people would say, oh, being a vegan is expensive. It's not. You need to watch Dr. Bobby Price because he'll tell you when you shop around in a grocery store, you need to shop the borders. The stuff in the middle, that has the chemicals and all of that stuff on it that's going to be detrimental to your body, you need to avoid those. You need to buy foods that are one ingredient foods: apple, banana, potato, onions, lettuce. You know what I'm saying? One ingredient foods that they're not processed, and go from there. All right, let me see what else. Oh, beans. People can live off of beans and rice. Not saying that you have to, but when people think that changing up your diet can be expensive, when you go out to eat, like for example, when I was a vegan, it didn't get expensive until you would buy like the frozen processed meats, or you would go out to eat. Restaurants will charge you top dollar for non-meat items and label it as vegan. So let's say the Impossible Burger, Beyond Meat, all of those meatless brand meats, they will cook those and then they will charge you twice as much and say, oh, this is a vegan meal, so I'm going to have you pay for it. But when you buying your food, no. Your amount that you buy on non-meat items is going to be less, unless you're getting junk, is going to be less than you getting multiple packs of meat and the extra junk that you usually get, and fruits and vegetables and all of that. Guaranteed. Okay. Is it Tashana Campbell? Oh my God, I'm obsessed with your shorts. I'm so happy I caught you live. I'm a medical assistant student looking to continue my career going into RN after I graduate. Awesome. Congratulations for that. You are going to do wonderful. And thank you for subscribing. I'm sure you are, because if you watch my shorts, I got a lot of them. And best of luck to you for your RN journey. Okay, let me see. I'm asking what it means for the future of nursing, because people are coming from this end and literally doing this for the money. If I recall earlier, you said it's a calling, so there is a disconnect there. Okay, so thanks for the clarity. When it comes to, now, nursing is just not in the U.S., right? Let's just pause here. There are nurses that genuinely care. Okay, let's just stop right now. When you get to nursing school, I don't know if it's now, but when you get to nursing school, they ask you to write, why do you want to be a nurse, right? The majority of everybody, oh, I want to help someone. I want to be better. I want to be more involved and help the underserved, or whatever you say on your essay, if it's even a possibility now, because that was back then when I had to do it. You had to write why you wanted to be a nurse. So of course, nursing money is different from a regular retail store or restaurant, or it's different. It's a higher range of money. You have to go through school, pass boards, and work. And with nurses, you have to go through some trash at times. So, reading your comment about the future of nursing, that's nothing new. They did that during a pandemic. They're still doing that now, where they're having people to come over. But in the US, you can't work like the lady that is working in healthcare. And then multiple people that I've worked with when I was a supervisor in a dialysis clinic, they came from the Philippines, they came from overseas, and they might have been a doctor in their country, but their doctor degree didn't convert over to the US. So the person that I was doing the interview with on my other channel, she went from a nurse there, and she has to take boards in the US to become a nurse over in the US, right? It's some people that I literally know. It was a guy that was a nurse in the Philippines, and he came over here. He worked as a tech, a dialysis tech, right? He was a nurse, worked as a dialysis tech, could not pass boards in the US. So he remained a tech. So it's not like the future of nursing is going to be ruined because they're going to have people over here and they're taking over our jobs. Nursing is always going to be short because people are fed up with doing bedside. If they've been hurt, if they're burnt out, we're always going to need more nurses because people are always going to retire or find a way to get away from the bedside. I don't even work bedside. I have an office, but I have patients to take care of. I am a coordinator, but I still do a little bit of patient care, but I'm not bedside by any means. I still give shots. I still do vitals, but I'm not doing bedside push, pull, and tug and hurting your back work. I won't do that again. After I hurt myself pregnant with that child that came in here, that's a no-go for me. No. So as I hear her walking up the stairs, she's probably going to interrupt us again. Hopefully she's not, and she can hear me to go back downstairs. I heard beads. Okay, you got to go downstairs. He just got off. Everybody takes forever when you want them to be here now. Okay, so the idea of you thinking that nursing, the future of nursing is going to be ruined because they're taking people from overseas. They have to pass boards in order for them to work as a nurse. They may take over all of the CNA or the tech positions because they're not passing boards. But I mean, a lot of people are in nursing for the money. When you get into nursing, you know you make more money. When you're working, when you're leveling up, when you see these nurse practitioners, you think that they don't know they're going to increase their rate of pay? When you see these certified, these CRNAs, they top dollar paid nurses, right? But they're nurse anesthetists. So yes, people are in nursing to make money. But when people make that statement, everybody works to make money. So when you say people are here to make money and they're not in there for the right reasons, I understand that. It's Americans that are doing that. It's people that's not even nurses that's doing that. It's doctors that's in the field that's in there for the money, and they went through all of this school and they have horrible bedside manner. Nobody ever talks about that. Nobody. Horrible bedside manner, but they making top dollar. Doctors, nurses, other people, real estate agents. They sweet talking you so that they can get that high commission. They in it for the money. So I wouldn't be surprised on that happening with them. It's okay. People are trying to do what they can because it's always going to be a nurse shortage. The people that used to do bedside are leveling up, or they're retiring, or they're getting out of nursing because they can't handle it. So I wouldn't worry about it. Juanita, you say you're Hispanic, so beans is always in your diet. See? So you good. All right. Let me go back. Uh-oh. Let me scroll back down. Love from India. Hey. Let me see. I don't know what "do you bread" means. I don't know if you asking, do I eat bread? Do I make bread? You got to elaborate on that, Fly by Dave. All right, Juanita. I'm happy I found you. You have helped me so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, Juanita. That's why I like to do these lives, because I like to make sure that I can talk to my audience. And I can't get that when I'm doing my shorts. I mean, of course you can always comment, and I can possibly comment, but when it goes viral, sometimes I can't catch up. I can read through it, but I can't comment on everybody because it'll be thousands of comments, on a daily basis. And I'm just trying to catch up and acknowledge everybody that has written on my videos. But this is the time where we can communicate and I can respond effectively. And hopefully, if I don't have the right understanding, like how I got a better understanding, I can reply to that too. Okay. That's so true. My cousin was a nurse in Jamaica and she had to take board. Yes. You don't just get over here like that without having to take that test. Because if you don't pass boards, we not going to school without taking boards. If we go to school and we fail boards, you're not working as a licensed professional. You can work underneath that title, but it goes for anybody that's coming over here. Bottom line. Okay, let me see. Absolutely not. I'm not going to no Diddy party. How? When he in jail. But you know what? Thanks for that comment, because you just boosted my video into the algorithm. I'm not talking about Diddy. Um, I know he going through it, but you got to watch what you do. Okay. Yes, very clear. Okay, good. I'm glad that I cleared it up, and I got more clarity from you as well as you got clarity from me. Okay. New thought. We all care if a dog is tortured, but how often do we think about what happens to the slaughterhouse? Um, ABC Def, you must have not been on here when I talked about how I don't even eat meat. So I already know about certain stuff, and I have a dog myself. I bought my daughter a cat. So for a while we had a cat and a dog in the house. I would be terrified and heartbroken if anything happened to either one of them. Um, I, that comment doesn't go to me. It may go to other people that don't care, but it doesn't go to me. Um, so let me see. I guess Juanita. Oh, okay, you got it. Okay, I was about to say Juanita's asking for the name of the document. I mean the documentary. Let me see. Thanks, Juanita, for subscribing. I appreciate that. And let me know about that journey. Hopefully you get that edema, get it up out of there and you changed some things about what you're eating and go from there. Let me see. Meat is tasty to some people. You know what? What I'm gonna say is when I did eat meat back then, we definitely seasoned it. We definitely put some type of season on it. We put some type of sauce on it. We didn't eat it plain. The stuff that's going on right now, like with fast food restaurants cutting corners, like, the McDonald's experiment where they put a burger and fries literally and let it sit for a year and it looked identical. Nothing degraded, is ridiculous. Like, it's no way I even let my kids eat McDonald's French fries because that's cooked in beef fat. So unless they've changed something recently, and they have like little McVegan burgers and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm good, because if your original burgers don't disintegrate, why am I eating whatever you're trying to bring? But people don't know this stuff. So when you research and when you know better, you do better. Okay, let me see. 2 hours then passed. I need to wrap it up. If y'all have any comments, questions, or concerns, do it now, before I wrap this up, because I would hate to not cover everything that somebody wanted me to cover in this time frame. Usually my lives go a good 2 hours, and clearly it shows because I like to interact and people pop in and say things. Hopefully most of the stuff that they're saying is, no nonsense, but here and there we get that too. All right, yes, ma'am. I just was going to tell you that I will let you know how it goes. There's always room for improvement, and I know I can make changes. Absolutely. It's room for improvement for everybody. Nobody's perfect. I know I'm not. As you get older, stuff changes, and you can't do the stuff that you used to do. You may have to make an extra effort to walk more or exercise or do some stuff at home, to make your heart healthy, to tone up some skin. As you get older, your metabolism starts to dwindle down. And I'm realizing it more and more. It's like, dang, I used to didn't have to do all of this. Now I got to put in some work. And you do. You're welcome. I appreciate you for responding and giving me good feedback and, being very interactive with me, Juanita. I appreciate that. Anybody else have any comments, questions, or concerns before I end this live? And if you want to talk about something else on my next live in 2 weeks, let me know. Because most of the time, when I do my lives, it may be someone asking me about something, or it could be like a lot of comments that are in my videos that I keep seeing that I just want to discuss with people. So if it's something that you want to talk about in the next live, because my husband will be home in a minute, feel free to put it in the chat and I'll make a mental note. I'll write it down and we'll talk about it in 2 weeks. So if nobody has questions, or if you're still typing, let me know. Thank you, Juanita, you as well. If you hopefully you got value from this. I mean, we talked about content creating, we talked about nursing, we talked about eating habits, we talked about certain medications, dieting, stuff like that. But if you were thinking about being a content creator, hopefully some of this stuff that I gave you will give you something to write down and say, okay, well, I got my name. This is what I want to teach a stranger on social media, because sometimes people don't like the AI look. They want to see an actual face. They want to see your imperfect face. I'm definitely imperfect, but they want to see you because they may be able to relate to you than relating to an AI computer thing. You have to get out of your way. And if you want to create, if you want to put on a filter on your face, if you think your face is not up to par, do it, right? Put a filter on your face, record it off of something where you can have a filter and then post your content after you edit whatever. When I say edit, make sure that you take the long pauses out because people have a small window of um, attention, a small attention span. So, say I did a video and it was like this. You see all of that extra space that was? They gonna be like, what's she doing? Swipe up. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure when you're doing your content that you make sure you edit all of the long pauses. Or if you make a mistake, repeat yourself again and crop out the mistake portion, and especially if it's long form. If it's short, if it's YouTube shorts, you got to record it all over again. So sometimes the videos that you see may be the fourth or fifth re-record that I have done because I want to make sure that I did it correct. And still sometimes I fall short. But we're human, right? And people want to see some of the imperfections. Of course, all of your content cannot be imperfect, but they realize that we are human. They don't want a computer in their face telling them stuff. They want you to tell them stuff. And make sure when you're giving that information to your audience, your future audience, you do your research, you have some knowledge there. And if you don't know, you can always come back and tell them, hey, I did a little more research on this and I want to tell you now. They will definitely love you for it. So I don't think, let me see. I think I can be changed every time I want. Stop charging is ending life. Oh, maybe changing. Stop changing is end the life. Yeah, you can definitely change. It's all up to the person. Okay, yes, you have helped me. I'm about to get some of that Mrs. Dash seasoning. Yep, it is going to store. I mean, I've had 3 different ones, but my favorite, because I'm a spicy girl, I love spice, I love heat. And it's not really hot to me, but it's like a spicy seasoning that you can put on stuff, right? And then they also have, thanks Lily, I appreciate that. They also have a, what is it? Is it a garlic and herb, or it's something. They even have a lemon pepper one, because sometimes with lemon pepper is some salt in there. But you got this, Juanita. You got this. And remember, it takes time. Nothing is going to happen overnight. Even when you do your juice fast, those 3 days, when you get on that scale beforehand and when you get on that scale after, you're going to see a difference. But you got to keep moving, because sometimes when you lose weight in the beginning, it's water weight. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And if you're looking at this after I'm done and you want to talk about something in particular on my next live, put it in the chat. And when you do it, make sure you say, in reference of your next live, can we talk about this? Because I won't know. This is 2 hours. I don't know everything that I'm saying. Like, I have a photographic memory. I don't remember everything, but if you refresh that memory of, in regards to Dr. Bobby Price, what is he talking about? Or in regards to the butcher, you said, when did you learn that, or where did you get that from? In regards to, you get what I'm saying? So I can remember what we're saying and I can elaborate more, because I do get comments. And sometimes when I tag my videos like this into my shorts, people will click on it and they will comment what they wanted to in the short. And it's okay, because usually I'll get it when I see what the comment is, if it has something to do with a recent short that I posted, because I tag these longer videos, because sometimes people miss them. So anyway, you welcome. I'm going to check out your other video. Awesome. Well, I thank you for that. So I'm going to end this now. My husband should probably be home in a minute. So I don't want to be on here running my mouth while he coming in the door. I want to make sure I greet my man or whatever. And I have his undivided attention because he worked 12-hour shifts. So I got to make sure he good. And he watches my channel too, but I know he not watching it now because he driving. So thank you guys so much. You are a blessing to me for listening to me run my mouth. I done got likes up here. I done got subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.